Trader Cobb Crypto Podcast. This is the Trader Cobb Crypto Podcast.
G'day guys and welcome to the Trader Cobb Crypto Show. I'm in New York City for Consensus Week. It's been a big start so far. We've been to the Ethereal Summit, day ones and twos, and now moving on to Consensus, which is registering right now for the big one. I've heard that last year there was 2,300 people, and this year there is to be over 8,000. And by all accounts, the registration process is a nightmare. So I'm avoiding it like the plague. Some positives coming up, guys. You've got to get on and check out the shows that are coming up because, geesh, I have got some big guests we have up on the show already. So if you haven't gone and listened to this, guys, go and listen to it. York Rhodes, Microsoft's global blockchain strategist, is there with me. I interviewed him yesterday and it's live on the podcast. So if you haven't listened, please go and have a listen. It's a great insight into a very intelligent man who doesn't really need to continue to work from my view. And he's got a lot to say. And it was a really easy conversation I had with York. It was an absolute pleasure having him on the show. Obviously, guys, I'm recording these now. I've got somebody running around with a video recorder capturing all the moments of the events, and we're videoing the interviews. So you should also go to tradercobb.com and register. Go to the top. It says what's hot. Underneath there, you'll see podcasts and you'll also see shows. So that it's recorded now. You can go and watch the videos there and they'll be uploaded as and when we get the edit done. So it's tradercobb.com, C-O-B-B. Jump on there and check everything out and get access to not just the podcast, guys, because you've got that, but everything else that's out there in the world of Trader Cobb and crypto as well. So where are we now? Well, since you asked, we're looking at the market as it stands. We have had a pretty decent fall from sort of testing up around that $10,000 level, and it's fallen back. We're sitting at 8,622 right now. Look, it's, in all honesty, look, as a trader looking at this, it's not a real good market for me to be trading, all right? The truth of the matter is we don't have optimal chart structure. We've got a little bit of a downtrend going on the mid-term timeframes. The daily has just kind of fallen. It's not a strong downtrend, and I'm looking for optimal chart structure. As with all of my trading strategies, you must be trading within an optimal period of time with optimal chart structure. Right now, I do not see optimal chart structure presented to me on the chart, so therefore, it's a very simple decision for me. Stay out. Now, that goes across most of the top 10 from my point of view. I will tell you this though, Ethereum is looking a lot stronger right now. I'm loving the way that Ethereum has actually played out. If you have a look at that in the 2-day, it's a really strong chart, okay? Really, really strong chart. It was getting beaten against Bitcoin for a while, and it was sort of having a bit of a fall. When we bottomed out around that 400 or 350 or whatever it was, and it does look strong. If you consider the move down that Bitcoin has had, percentage-wise, Ethereum has had less and has recovered faster. Something else that I noticed that's quite interesting is this. If you have a look at Ripple, I'm talking against the dollar here, against US dollar, because the dollar is not as volatile as Bitcoin, of course, so therefore it's a nice indication of a visual representation of the token's value, whether it is bullish or bearish, whether it is weakening or strengthening. If I look at Ripple here, it's come down and it's tested that 64-cent support. Now, that's a pretty significant level. It really is. It's a significant level of support on Ripple. We've tested that point right there, and maybe it's bouncing because they found out how much they got Snoop Dogg for the party on Tuesday night. That's right. There's a party here in New York with Snoop Dogg as the main act. I can't even talk about it. I don't even know what to say. It's just bizarre. It's weird. Maybe that's why the stock price fell. Maybe it's because they had to sell some Ripple to afford to have Snoop Dogg. Anyway, it's bouncing off support quite heavily right now. If you look at Bitcoin Cash, same thing. It's bouncing off support. It has had a quick fall, a short, sharp shove to the downside, and we have bounced yesterday. A very big move, big candles. I don't like big candles. It's not a great trend. It's not really tradable. Coming to Litecoin as well, it's looking a bit ugly. EOS also a bit ugly. Cardano is down at a strong level of support, what was the next one? I think it was Lumen. Yeah, so Lumen's also had a very strong bounce off of the 30-cent mark, which was also very, very strong. Neo's been looking pretty average for quite a while, guys. Nothing more there. And again, IOTA's just doing its thing. So across the market, really, realistically, guys, against the dollar right now, top 10, no good for me, not trading. And that's kind of probably going to be a view I take across the next couple of days. I still haven't been able to kick this cold. It still seems to be with me. So I'm more than happy to be not doing too much each day. I mean, when I say not too much each day, today's a day off for me. Sure thing, day off. Yeah, right. Still running around like a mad dog. I've got interviews coming up tomorrow. I've got 6 to do tomorrow, and then Tuesday, the big one. I have got 9 interviews lined up back to back to back to back to back to back to back. You'll probably be able to hear me snoring from wherever you are in the world. You don't even need to be in New York to hear me snoring. I'm going to be that shattered when it comes around. I am looking forward to this, guys. Don't forget, you got to get yourself plugged in. It's about to kick off here in New York. We have been here. I have been here for a number of days now, getting the vibe, getting a feel for doing different events, but the Big Daddy kicks off tomorrow. Everybody's arrived in the last 24 to 48 hours who's anybody in this space. And my job is to get out there and get in front of them, stick a mic in their face, get some time with them. But not only that, I'm going to be feeling the vibe. I'm going to be finding projects. I'm going to be speaking to people. It's going to be a very, very tiring period of time. But my idea for you is to plug you in to not just get interviews with the best people in the market right now, but also to get a bit of a feel for what's going on here. Right now, there is a lot of rain and it's marvelously cool, which I like. It's much better for me to be nice and cool because I'm prepared for that. But I'll tell you what, the vibe right now, I've got a dinner to go to tonight, so I'll be able to report back on how it's feeling there. But, I've bumped into a few people today. I've made the effort to catch up with some people that I haven't met before, doing some networking, and the overwhelming vibe is positivity. Now, positivity, don't look at it as that means that the market's going to bounce straight away. Look at it as the entire space. I have not seen one single thing since I've got here. Actually, I've not really seen anything since I entered into crypto that would suggest that this market is in danger. We are growing at a rapid rate of knots. The fluctuations, the speculation of the the price movements, of course, as traders, that's what we work for. That's what we live for. That's what we're here for. We love that. But the underlying tech is there. It's strong. It's powerful. I'm bumping into people that are all saying the same thing. Some amazing people from many different walks of life are entering into or have been in this space for a long period of time now, and there is nothing but excitement. So with that being said, guys, I want to bring you some more rock solid content coming out tomorrow. It's a big day. I've got a big dinner tonight, and there's a big number of shows coming out. So don't forget to go on to tradercobb.com to get access under the What's Hot tab with all the shows, podcasts, and bits and pieces coming fresh out of New York. Don't forget to check out the courses, the content, everything that I do. If you like what I'm saying, if you like what I'm doing, then make sure you make the effort and get stuck in, because this market is not going anywhere. And if you don't have the tools, you are not going to make any money. It's as simple as that, guys. Have a great day. I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.
The Trader Cobb Crypto Podcast. Check out tradercobb.com because experience matters.